Hey everyone, this is our sprint planning sync for the conversion team for digital experience for August 30th. I'm going to kick it off with Jess as soon as I share my screen.
Cool. So I only have 4 days this sprint and then I'm off for a while. So I only have 2 things left and I'm just trying to close it out and then not get anything new. So there's nothing like lingering. So just this info icon, or sorry, adding drop downs instead of info icons on the pricing page, which will be a future A/B test, I believe. Knocking that out, and then been researching alternative cookie banners for our website, and still kind of in the process of doing that as well. And I'll pass it to Tyler.
Cool. The first thing I'm going to do is actually that second thing, the tracking the Vimeo video. I have the fix, but it's blocked on some other bugs that currently exist. And now that I'm done with what I was doing last sprint, I have a little bit of time to like go in there and clean up. So that's going to be my top priority. Dennis, I did see your email about the data, and I want to talk with you later today because I think we just have a misunderstanding. I think it's working how it should. I think we maybe have a misunderstanding on like what is going on there, and I'll show you what should happen and how to test it. But I might have a little bit of follow-up on that, and if I do, it should be small. And then once I get through those one or two things, I don't know what's next on. I actually don't know, Justin, what you want me doing more of. So like, there's the personalization foundation, which is like specifically like showing users different stuff if they have a GitLab account, right, and like identifying them in that way. Or there is the enhanced e-commerce in customers.gitlab.com, and then along with GA4, right? So like, I am cool to do whatever. I don't know what's a bigger priority. Both of those things are sort of like unclear pieces of work. Like, one is like spike work to see like what even is possible, and the other is like, and that's the spike personalization, and then the Google Analytics is just, I mean, that takes an extremely variable amount of time. It's hard. It is a whole new code base, so it's hard to really estimate. And then we can, I mean, anytime we can close out that swap minimal nav, like it's a one-line change. So just, I don't know, tell me and we'll do it. But yeah, do you know what's bigger between those two, or if there's something else that will be important?
I think, I mean, I know Dennis might feel differently, but I think getting some initial like research into the personalization, at least so we can figure out the scope of work there, would be great.
Right, that one's a tighter scope. I can like finish, like I can say like I will research this in the next 2 weeks and have a plan, but like I won't be done with anything by any means, but I can at least say that I am done with something, right? Like I'll be done with planning, whereas like I know what I need to do for the Google Analytics stuff, and that might take me like a month or two.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I think like, yeah, having like scope of work, understanding what the personalization looks like, so we can like plan that out for the rest of the quarter as need be, and then circle back.
Sounds good. And then are we doing this? Are we swapping this nav? Or are we doing it?
So at some point, we'll see.
Okay, I would love to be. I would love to be unassigned to this issue if it's in limbo. I like don't.
I should hopefully have clarity on that in the next day or two.
Okay, great. So then I'm happy to keep it for a couple days, but like I just don't want it to, like, I don't want to see it again next time, right? Because I just like, that's the worst, to be like, this is literally a one-line change and it's been on my board for 6 weeks.
Yep. The only thing that might change is if we move it to an A/B test style, and then it will be a little bit more of a multi-line change.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's what I should have clarity on next day or two, and go from there.
Fine by me. Cool.
Megan?
Yeah, I have like 3 things there. The ROI calculator, I should just remove an iteration from that because I know that's on hold. So that won't be worked on in this iteration unless I'm told otherwise. Then there's some commit updates from last week. There was like a last minute small change that came in, I think end of the day Thursday, and then I was out Friday and Monday. So I have an MR for that. Once it's approved, that'll be closed out. But then the other issue on here is a proof of concept for personalization of a page, depending on what like parameter someone is getting in the URL. So I'll take a look into that, and I'm sure there will be some additional commit updates coming down the pipeline this iteration, and happy to grab anything else that comes up as well. Obviously, I saw that you're in here now. Did you want to share your updates?
Hey, updates. This sprint I will be working on finally the slippers icon iteration. Right now we have only a proposal. We're discussing with the team about if the proposal is correct to start the change and to work for real. Sprint, I hope to finish the Gabby's issue about the fetching data. I think it's only a sorting issue. I will fetch some parameters that lack in the DEX experience repo, so I can do the specific sort and keep that parameters that everyone and the content team can update it. About the updates, except the card in the homepage, I think it's already done, just waiting for MeshWest. So yeah, and wait for the new issue pull, I think. That's it. Who's next? Dennis?
All right. I was kind of out this past week, but let's see. Document Google Analytics update. Oh, that'll be a quarter thing. I'll do that by the end of the quarter. I don't want to do it now just because we're migrating to GA4 and I want the documentation to be for GA4, not the previous one. Doc site, developer portal. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. GA4 basic configuration. That one I'm working through. We have data in GA4 now for about and for docs and learn subdomains. I think Javi's working on adding the code to GitLab.com, and then Mahai on marketing ops, he's working on page. And we might have other things like forum.gitlab.com, but I think that one's low priority. Custom events, we have video tracking and scroll, and then I'm working through the click tracking, and that'll be for this sprint. And then once the GTAG codes are updated across all subdomains, I'll do the more conversion tags like form submissions and e-commerce. That one's on Javi. I think he actually submitted an MR, but it's going through testing. The update Google Analytics, that one's done. It's for the technical writing team on docs. But I think I was just waiting on data to flow in for QA. So I'll close that out probably today. Remove one trust event. Why do I have so many? I need to get my stuff together because this is not it. Remove one trust event. Oh, okay. That one's just a flip on one trust. I can work with Jameson on that one. And it's just polluting the Google Analytics data because it fires before a page view when they first land. And so that could mean that there's a not set landing page. Insight SaaS travel versus flow. How come okay, so my screen looks completely different. I don't know why, but it's fine. G party. Can I share my screen instead?
Yeah, you cheers. I'm pretty sure it's because I don't have any other filters turned on.
I think we lost him.
Oh,
Oh, there you are. Maybe.
I hate it so much. I'm by the too.
We don't know what you're talking about, but we just heard you say I hate it so much.
Yep. Uh, yeah, I think we might have lost him. I put,
Oh,
Yeah.
come back.
maybe.
Hello.
Sorry,
Yes.
Yes.
I was just saying how I hate my internet because I'm sitting right by the modem too, but I don't know why it's dropping lately. Sweet. I'll share my screen. Okay, so we talked about these ones. So the privacy policy for investor, that one is on Jameson. He's gonna rescan OneTrust. Alliance design, so I did the initial analysis for our website on About, but there's also a section for partners that we don't have access to, and they actually denied us access to it. So I've just asked the person like, hey, can you at least provide us some data? And then I'll close this one out. Turning off GA tracking for these countries. I've asked Jameson if we can do that on OneTrust, so he's gonna look into that. And if not, then we'll need to do that on our end, maybe like a custom JavaScript somehow. This one, Salesforce pipeline status. So Ray had asked before I went on, before last week, that do we have Salesforce integrated with Google Analytics? And I said, yes, we do. But then when I actually went to look at the data, it dropped, I want to say around February. So you can kind of see that timeline. And so, yeah, I'm going to look into fixing this. It's going to be kind of a heavy one because it's cross-functional. It involves Salesforce and marketing ops with Marketo. So I just need to see like at what point did the connection got dropped. And I think this will be good for our team because then we can see, okay, people who become a marketing qualified lead, they behave this way, or they're seeing these pages, or these are the ebooks that they care about. And so we can begin to promote that more. And then lastly, this one's also, I think, from Ray. Even though, so we introduced register to the header, and the analysis that Jay provided is that after 40 days, ARR did improve and purchase quality improved as well when you give the user the option to become free or trial. And for, I'm not sure why, but he would like for us to continue to increase free trials. And I know there's going to be an A/B testing to remove register so that you're forcing the user to go to trial again. I don't think that's the right call, but I think it's just something that we need to do and test it out. So we'll do that. And for this issue, I'm just going to provide a list of marketing pages where we can add a free trial CTA click. And yeah, that's it for me. Back to Justin.
All right, and a follow up on Dennis for that IR analytics thing too. I know they're going to rescan. I reached out to the agency that made the IR site to see if they are blacklisting or if they have any geoblock set up somewhere that was causing that that to fail. So when I hear back, I'll put a note on that issue. All right, I think that is it.